This is probably like the fourth time I've recorded this thing. I don't know why when I hit record, I'm like deer in the headlights. Anyway, this is the Modern Mexican YouTube channel, and I wanted to get on here real quick to talk about how I've been feeling, what's been on my mind these last couple of days. It's been a little bit since I've posted regularly, but it's because I've been putting in some work and I want to talk about it. So, topic for today is what is going great for me specifically. I've chosen a couple things here, and we'll go through them one by one, and I'll provide a little bit of context. Life has been sucking. Life has been rough, but everybody's life is rough. And right now, things are looking good. Things are feeling better. So I want to take some time to just take it all in and appreciate it and sort of break it down and soak it in, absorb what's going well, and just kind of move forward. So, anyway, here's the first thing. I hired a virtual assistant to help me with admin tasks. I've talked about this in past videos. The top three things that she's really been helping me with is the Gmail business inbox, kind of filtering that, managing it, allowing me to have my time back in the mornings to work on other things. That's been a big game changer. And I don't really understand I didn't understand how important it was going to be until now, like a month in. I can look back and say, damn, I've saved like hours of my week, and it's all going back into my pocket, and it's allowing me to spend it on other things that I've been meaning to work on. So just to kind of summarize what she's doing is she is managing my inbox. That's sort of a broad term. So she's responding to inquiries and scheduling consultations. She's bas- taking care of any basic customer service things. She's flagging anything that I need to pay attention to that's urgent. And then what else? There's something else. Or anything else that kind of comes in through your inbox, which 95% of it is just junk. But the fact that I don't have to look at it no more is allowing me to really focus in and get a rhythm on other things. So that's one of the things. Second is creating and sending invoices on a daily basis. I now don't have to do that. The field team closes the job on the app, close job. Then from there, she gets a notification to create the invoice and send it. So we've gone through that. It's been now a month of doing so, and she's a rock star. I have no complaints there, and I've sent invoices, but they're for other reasons. But I haven't sent these specific invoices that I needed help with in the last month, and I'm still getting paid. Money's still coming in, so it's happening. It's working. And the last thing that's a big game changer, and I didn't expect it to be, um, but I added it on in regards to her responsibilities is following up with past due. No, so no. So let me go back. As part of um, sending invoices, she's also following up on them. So any past due invoices, she's keeping track, and together we collaborated and worked on a sequence of how many days are going to pass till the first reminder goes out, the second reminder, what happens after the third. Like all that is laid out, and now she has the sequence to follow on what to do, so I can just go do other things. That thing alone has improved our collecting cash time frame and cut it in half. So let's say it used to take 30 days to get cash. Now it's 15 days. I mean, it's incredibly efficient now. And I don't have to worry about it. Only when it gets to that point of like third reminder, it's like, okay, what's going on? But 99% of the invoices are paid before then. So it's off my shoulders, off my mind. My mental bandwidth is freed up to do these other things that I want to work on. And then lastly is following up on quotes. So very similar to invoices. She books a consultation. I go speak with the client. I put together a quote and I send it over. After that, there's a sequence again of after this many days, reminder, follow up. After this many days, another follow up. After this many days, are we calling? Are we archiving it? What are we doing? So all that is set out so I can just move on to the next thing. If a client is really interested and really wants to get a problem fixed, they're gonna respond to the reminders, especially the third one. If they're not, then it's like a relationship with a woman. Take the fucking hint. You know what I mean? Like move on. So that's what we do. I move on to other things. I have plenty of other things I need to work on. We're not going to keep hitting our head against the wall on this quote that is not going anywhere. So those are the three-ish things that the admin has been helping me with. Over the last month, I can say that my mind is free of the clutter. Not completely free, don't get me wrong, there's still work to do. But compared to where I was, I've had such a great improvement that I'm sort of riding this high right now of like, damn, dude, we got things things are working. The effort and the things that I've done over these past 4-6 weeks is now showing I'm now seeing the fruits of my labor, sort of situation. So anyway, that's one. Is clarity, and it flows right into kind of what's been going on here. So one is my business was ruining my life. It was dictating everything I was gonna do as in my personal life. And I had been running that way. It had been getting exponentially worse over the last 7 years. Now that I have this admin personnel, her name is Danni. Now that I have Danni helping me with these tasks, I have more bandwidth available for other things. And I'm creating some margin in my life, some space here to finally separate and disconnect this nonstop business problem solving mindset that I've been on for so long. That has allowed me to get a little bit more clarity. So I've been able to create some margin in my life, and in that little space, I'm fucking moving right in and using that bandwidth in my mind to figure out clarity. That's one of the things Mike Andes from the Business Turnaround Show spoke on. It was sort of a small thing, but it's now become like a big thing that over the last couple of weeks I've really been able to lean into, and I'm seeing the reward in doing so. So, two things on clarity. One is I now have some time for myself. I'm not 16 hours a day every day when I wake up, business, when I go to sleep, thinking about business, on the weekends, what's coming up in business. Fuck my blurry. I now have some time like, what the fuck do I want? Like, what does Efren want? Over the last 7 years, let's say this is me, Efren, and this is the business, NSL. Over the last 7 years, this has happened. And it has diminished me to just dust. And my own, how do I explain this? My own hobbies, my own interests, my own ideas, they have kind of withered away. And it's like, who am I? Outside of this, who am I? What do I want? I don't know. I didn't know anymore. So I've been able to spend some time to be more retrospective, more self-aware of my wants and needs and what I want my life to look like. Um, and I feel a lot more calm. I don't feel as like at 110% mental capacity, like running on all cylinders. I feel like I can cruise now. Sometimes I'm at 4 cylinders, sometimes I'm at 6. When I need to be, I'm at 8. Prior, I was at 8 for years at a time. Years. 8 cylinders just running. Now I can fluctuate from 4 to 6 to 8 when needed. And that's really been helpful in regards to allowing me to become more aware of what I want in my own life. What do I want my marriage to look like, to feel like? What do I want Efren, me, to, what are my hobbies? What do I want to get back into? What refuels me that's not business? Now, what hobbies refuel me so I can really commit to business long term? It's I'm sort of in the middle of that, still kind of wondering, figuring it out. But I am picking up old hobbies. I love guitar. I have a guitar right here. I played guitar since I was 13 years old. Shout out if you know who that song's from. Don't get me wrong, it's not my song. Don't think I made that. I didn't. It's a it's a part of a song from a bigger song. So if you know that song, if you know that, props. Um, so yeah, I love guitar. I love music, and I just didn't. Over the years, that's withered away to almost non-existent. And I always thought about it, and it made me sad because I'm like, man, that's like in another life, I would have been a fucking musician. I would have been a rock star. That when I was a kid, I knew that's what I wanted to do when I was younger. Like, quick story: when I must have, when was it? I don't know, but we had internet, and I must have been, I don't know if I was in middle school or younger. Let's just assume middle school. No, yeah, I must have been middle school because I was already playing guitar by then. So at some point in middle school, I was like, I don't know how it came up, but the talk of like, what do I want to be when I grow up? And for a long time when I was younger, I wanted to be Superman. That was like just my thing. And then as I got older, hold on, let me fix this. As I got older, realized, well, you can't be Superman because that's not real. So I wanted to be a rock star. I was infatuated with Metallica and just that one band, just them as a band, what they've been able to do, how famous they were and their music, and just everything about them. That was just what I revolved my whole personality around. And I wanted to be a rock star. For me, that was the job title, rock star. So in middle school, at some point, I don't know how it, I don't know how I ended up here, but I ended up searching online for music teachers. No, actually, my parents wanted me to go to university. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to university. It's fine. And I guess when they want you to go to the university, I'm assuming they ask you, well, what do you want to go to school for? What do you want to be when you grow up? So I knew at that time music was the number one thing I did with my time. So like, oh, well, I want to be a rock star. So I think they took it as like, oh, that's cute, that's funny. But I was serious. So I went online and I searched for like music schools or music teachers, music professors. So kind of those are the keywords I was searching for. And I'm in Austin, so UT is the biggest school here. So I found an email of a music professor at UT, and I don't remember exactly what I sent him, but I sent him an email. Let alone, I mean, keep in mind I was in middle school. I'm like, hey, my name's Efren. I love music. and I want to be a rock star when I grow up. You know, basically, I'm asking for some guidance of like, how do I get there? I want to go to school. What classes should I take? Oh man! So I sent it, and fast forward to now, I never heard back. And if I did, maybe I just never saw it. But yeah, that was what I wanted to do. Anyway, all that to say is clarity in my personal life, and now I have time to enjoy the things that really refuel me, things that really recharge me, and that is what's gonna allow me to play the business game for the next 50 fucking years. And that's what I was missing over the last seven. That gas tank of who I am was fueling these last 7 years, but I ran that bitch dry. It's empty. And now I'm starting to now I'm starting to refuel it, recharge myself, and just find out who I am again. Next one, real quick. So going back to business, it's allowed me to really figure out how to delegate. Prior to having some clarity in business, you know, as the business grows, let's say my brother starts helping me with some things. This day it's this, Tuesday it's that, Wednesday it's this other thing, Friday it's this. Like there was no structure. It was just as things were coming in, I was just kind of like I had these extra hands. But now I've really been able to sit down and be like, no, I don't need help. I mean, I do need help, but I need someone to take over this role that has these 3 to 5 core responsibilities. That's what I needed. I needed clarity, and more specifically, role clarity. Not only for me, but now looking back, because we've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, the guys, my team needed clarity. And now I can say confidently, after providing that clarity to them, I mean, I feel like things are just rolling. Things are getting done. I was having to think about certain issues every single day. Now I can go weeks without thinking about it because they're getting done, or I'm assuming they're getting done. And that's fine. I mean, I won't know what's the weak link in the chain until something breaks. And now I'm okay with that because I have a team. We're training these guys up to be leaders or, leaders in their specific role and responsibilities. So, yeah, having clarity in my personal life and business has really been going super well, and I just had to share that. I think that, yeah, I could go with more. I think, but for now, that's going to be it. Now, lastly, is I can't fucking see it. What the hell? Well, anyway, right here I have what's next. This fucking thing. What's next, right? And what is next? Yes, I feel like I have free time, but there's important things I need to worry about. I need to worry about leads. I need to worry about increasing revenue. And not only that, but like stay profitable. I still have a goal in mind of how much I want to be making, and I'm not even halfway there yet. So there's things I need to be doing, but the main issue I'm having is that they're not like these specific kind of like 1 day, 2 day goals. They're more like broader ideas that are going to take constant chipping away at over weeks or months to fulfill it. And that mindset of those different types of goals is really what's causing me a little bit of not hesitation, but like a little bit of trouble. It's just a different mentality that I need to take on these different goals. But I'm learning. I consider them growing pains. Uh, I had a system that worked for a certain stage of business. Now that I'm at the next stage, that system doesn't work. That difference I consider a growing pain. I have until I build that up, it's gonna feel uncomfortable. It's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel like I'm doing something wrong. But from experience now, I understand that those feelings are okay. You're actually supposed to be feeling that during these transitions of business. If you didn't feel them, then you're not growing. You're it's okay not to grow, but what I'm saying is I need to grow. I'm not at a place where I want to be yet. So that's kind of what's next is learning this new type of mindset that I need to have for these different, broader, larger goals, and then finding one and just sticking to it. Just real quick before I end it, one thing I want me to do is build up my irrigation and weed control fertilizing departments, if you want to call it that. Right now, I do all that 100% myself. I want to get it to a point where I have a sequence or a system that, you know, beginning, middle, end, and it gets done. I don't have that yet. I haven't gone through enough reps. So I want to get that up and running. And that's another opportunity for my guys to get more hours, get more money in, because that's a different income stream, different service that we're providing. Anyway, things are going great. Just wanted to share that, send out the positive vibes. Things have been real fucking shitty around here, in my own business and personal life. But right now, I am riding that high. I'm riding that momentum, and you can have to kill me. You can have to fucking kill me. Now I'm talking to the universe here. You're gonna have to fucking kill me to stop me at this point. So, anyway, that's it for now.